Hello and welcome to vlog part 7. This time I would like to reflect a little bit upon what has been happening lately in my life. Recently I decided to cut contacts with my mother. The relationship was hurting me a lot and I'd been struggling for years to have a relationship with her. In the previous weeks I'd had this feeling like I had a demon, and wouldn't it be great if I could find that demon and expel it. And I feel like in really accepting that I'm not going to have a mother, I'm not going to have the relationship I want or the support that I need from her, it kind of feels like that's exactly what's happened. This something has absolutely changed inside me, and everything feels better. My mind feels better. How I'm feeling about myself feels better. Everything feels better, and I absolutely cannot believe that I'm in this space right now. It's only been a few days. A few days ago I was grieving hard, and that grief, I don't think I even feel it. I allowed myself to fully feel all the grief that was coming. I didn't mask it with anything. I didn't distract myself. I allowed it to flow through me, and it came through really rapidly. And in that space of grief and darkness, I could see the light that was available in my life. And that's the direction that I've been going in. I've been moving towards what's been available to me that I didn't see before. I'm realizing that there's a lot of love and a lot of people that have always been available for me, and I just wasn't able to see it because I was constantly yearning and sort of begging in a way to have that relationship and to have that love come from a certain place, come from my mother. That's not going to happen, and that's absolutely fine. I don't need that anymore. This visual diary that I'm doing, FaceConscious, which is essentially emotional self-portraits, has been teaching me incredible lessons that I did not expect to be learning. I've been doing this for over 2 years, and all the time new lessons pop up. So this is a great way to be able to express what I'm learning. I absolutely love creating these vlogs. It is such a blessing for me to be able to do this and to share this. And what I've discovered recently that I'd like to share is how sometimes I may ignore things, pretend that things aren't bothering me, that actually are. When I pretend something doesn't bother me, that actually really does bother me, what's happening is that I guess in some way it has the ability to get in under my skin, as it were, and hurt me more. So what I'm learning is that when things do bother me, to allow it to bother me, whether it seems rational or not, or whether I want to give importance to that thing or not. I need to accept those things, allow them to flow through me. And that's what's really great about what I'm doing, this FaceConscious visual diary, is that I can take any moments and give them importance, because every moment in our life is important. Every moment builds the reality that we're living in. Every moment builds ourselves, who we are, and who we want to move forward as in our lives. So as always, I am continuously creating these designs, and again I want to share them with you. So this one is called Heart on My Vlog, and of course it is me speaking, projecting what is in my heart out to you. So it's very self-explanatory what is going on there. The second design I was supposed to live paint at a party, and I went there and it was just filled with bodies, filled with people, and the energy was way too overwhelming for me. I arrived, I didn't want to go in, but I parked up anyway because I'd bought all my supplies, and it was just too much for me. I'd read that when you're emotionally stressed, you're very sensitive to sound, and that's definitely been happening to me, and my ears hurt and I just wanted to go. That was of course a few days ago, not how I'm feeling at the moment. So here's a poem about this one. Ah, the sound in my ears banging on my painful drum, bodies everywhere dispelling energy I struggled to wade through. Overwhelmed I left faster than I came. I'm more fragile than I thought. I must honor my need for rest. This next one, I actually want to extend this poem out to not just this particular friend, but to a fair few friends that have been around me lately. But this particular one, I was thinking about how a friend and myself went for pizza. I know in this design it kind of looks like I'm imposing on her, but the face that she is creating is actually from a design I did, a caricature I did of her, kind of face. My friend who encourages me to take up space, who allows me to grieve, who sees my pain and makes me do fun healing things with her. I'm grateful. Thank you for you, my friend. So this face is of me at lunch with a couple of friends, and recently one of them had done something that usually I would have become incredibly angry over. And when they did this thing, I actually, instead of feeling anger, I just kind of let it go. I thought, anger doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me to get angry. And I've actually realized that all the anger that I've kind of thrown at people, realizing that I was actually a very angry person inside, that's kind of gone. I guess I threw that at my mother where it kind of should have gone. And now I don't need to be angry anymore. I don't need anger in my life. I guess that anger was there to serve a purpose. It was there to help me in some way. Now it served that purpose, and I don't need to be angry anymore. And I haven't tested those limits, but it doesn't seem to be arising, which is fabulous. That's so great. Hopefully it will stop me from pushing people away when actually they mean well, but maybe they don't meet my expectations the way I want them to. And we're all human, and I need to understand that more than I have in the past. And I think the relationship that I've had before with my mother has really sort of got in the way of that. And I've expected too much from people sometimes. And that can be really damaging, and that can make me push people away. And I have done that in the past. So hopefully a turning point. I'm feeling so. So this is my poem. Resentment and anger no longer serve me. Out of my toolbox, I let them be. I used them already to dispel terror, and now I pursue my own life's endeavor. So I perform. The other night I went to an open mic and I created this huge painting. I really enjoyed it. I got to express how I was feeling. I got to sing the song on stage, the one that I expressed in my last vlog. And the painting I created was to do with those feelings that I had in the park on my birthday. So I was on stage singing, rapping, saying poetry. I was off to the side of the stage painting. So I was performing all night. It was a variety show. And so this is the painting that I created on that night. I've named this one Light in the Dark. Light in the Dark, live painting at a variety show where acts filled the stage and I painted in front of the audience throughout, expressing my feelings. This painting shows the dark place I had been in recently, and in that dark place, the light in my life was highlighted. The gold coming down like rain represents cosmic energy. My head bowed, cradling the light in my heart. As my mind told me dark things I didn't believe, my heart told me what was right and what was true. I also perform, and I went on stage and performed song with guitar, poetry and rap. It was a very nice expressive evening. Expressing pain constructively is very powerful, healing, connecting and healthy. This is a short poem for my design. Telling my heart to a room full of people, where I am welcomed and cheered for is gleeful. Going back to what I said about little things that seem trivial, that I think shouldn't bother me, but maybe do have an effect. I should honor those things and not just ignore them. Someone in my life who was a toxic person for me actually caused me a lot of grief, a lot of stress. They messaged me recently, and It was such a why are you bothering to message me? You know, I wanted to pass it off as trivial, but I thought, no, I should honor the fact that they have messaged me to myself and process that rather than just completely dismissing it and maybe allowing myself to be manipulated by just sort of letting it lay there. So so I created a doodle. Recently I have been video chatting with a few people and it's been really great. Friends around me saw my pain, always loving and open the same. It was I that was absent, for emotionally raw, their door still wide open and waiting to adore. And then finally, of course, when I'm depressed, I do find it harder to look after myself. My surroundings will inevitably reflect what's inside of me will be outside. So this is a little poem, and though I don't look too happy in this picture, I am. And the little spiders, I'm sweeping up and I see these two little house spiders and I'm like, go, go, I don't want to sweep you up. And one of them I was like grabbing and he kept falling on the floor again. And I picking him up, popped him on the table so I could continue cleaning the floor without hurting any of these little creatures. So here is a little poem for that. Cleaning my space as I finally feel fresh. What is inside must outside reflect. I am used to clutter, but want to dispel. Cleanliness next to godliness, discarded demon back to hell. If you visit my website, www.FaceConscious.com, I have free downloads, which I offer for self-reflection and to color. They are for personal use only, but of course you can share them with friends. They are not to be monetized in any way. You can also find my designs on Instagram under FaceConscious and Facebook, FaceConscious. And also I want to put a little bit more energy into promoting my art. I've always been kind of shy about showing them. I mean, I love to share them, but when people start to ask about buying them and to put a value on them, I always felt like people weren't valuing them as much as I did. But now I'm ready to put them out in the world. I'm ready to take up space, and I think that the way I value my paintings, I believe other people are happy to value them too. I absolutely love creating. I love what I do. All I want to do is do more, but I am surrounded by paintings, as you can see, literally. They are everywhere in my house. And I have an Instagram account, Claire Allure, and I have a Facebook page, Claire Allure Art. So hopefully I'm going to be pushing more with really what my heart desires to do, and that is to paint. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. See you next vlog. Bye.